When working with a seller, when is it time to get a price adjustment? Hi, it's Maria Quattrone. And when you're working with a seller as a real estate agent, when is the right time for a price adjustment? So, first things first, I always, when we speak with our sellers, days on market is not your friend. And in today's environment, either things are selling very, very quickly with multiple offers, or they're not really selling. There's not much in between at all. That's a big disparity in the market, and it's based on where the property is located, what the price point is, and how much inventory there is in that particular neighborhood or marketplace. It could be one specific neighborhood, or it could be an area, like, for example, like Lower Marion, homes that are priced between 800 and a million. Mostly all of them have multiple offers on it. Homes that are in the 400, 500, 600, $700,000 range in Point Breeze are sitting on the market for quite some time. Just to give you some examples of things selling and things not selling. So, what do we look at? First of all, we look at how many showings we have in the first, I used to say 21 days, and now I'm looking at in the first 10 days, how much activity. And the reason that it's 10 days is that we reach by the third week the most people that we're going to reach at that price point. But if we have 10 days out and there's very little showing at all, then we know that we need to get an adjustment pretty quickly. And the rule of thumb is we look for at least 3 appointments a week for not areas that are hot. So we look for 3 appointments a week. Now, if we get 3 appointments a week over 3 weeks and we don't have an offer, we know that we're at least 5% over where we need to be, because the reality is that buyers, anybody would put an offer in 5% under ask. That's a reasonable offer to put in, and it's usually, sellers won't be upset about that. It's to be expected. So nobody put the offer in at that number. And so then you look at it and you say, okay, well, it's been 10 days and I've had no showings. Then it's an automatic 10% adjustment. And the quicker that you make adjustments and speak with the sellers in regards to the feedback of the marketplace. See, us as real estate agents, brokers, realtors do not get to decide ultimately what the price is. The market decides what the price is. And I can tell you can never underprice a property, because the market will bid the property up. So if it's not selling, I just looked at one of my listings. It had 39 showings and we've had no offers, and we've done several price adjustments. We went out to the market at a price where I thought was about 10% over where it needs to be. And I was direct and transparent with the sellers about this. And they wanted to try this price, and we did. And unfortunately, it's, you're continuing to chase the market in this point. It's always best to be in front of the market, to be proactive. So the longer the days on market, the further away from asking a seller tends to get. And this is across all real estate, residential in the great USA. So it's not just Philadelphia, this is everywhere. So we look at, okay, so now we adjust again, and we're still not getting the activity that we need to get. And we're doing the marketing, we're doing the open houses, it's on social, the description is right, the description's written for, like, if somebody is watching it and looking at it, that's from Idaho, that doesn't know anything about Philadelphia. All of every element that needs to be in there, it has a HWA warranty. The seller's also willing to do some closing costs. We put everything in there. It's a CRA qualified property, all these things in it still. So then we need to go back and you need to make the adjustment. Most listings expire because the adjustment hadn't been made in that. So it's really important if you're working with a seller that you are getting price adjustments sooner than later in the areas that there's a lot more inventory. And another thing that I look at, this is really important, so pay attention, please, is how much inventory is in a particular neighborhood. And if I'm looking at it and I see 15 months of inventory, and there are neighborhoods, believe it or not, that have 15 months of inventory, then in order, and there's only 1 to 2 absorbing a month, then in order to be the next one sold, they need to be the best value at the best price point for a buyer to pull the trigger. Otherwise, it could take up to 15 months or more. That's if no other houses came on the market in that area. So this is also a really important part of it. You need to understand the whole entire picture. And so it's extremely important that you get this knowledge, you put it to use, and you take action as soon as possible when listing properties for sellers. So please do me a favor, drop a comment, give me some feedback, and follow me, and hit like and share this if you think that it's of value and it can help somebody else out.